What's going on, you guys? Listen, I'm not gonna wait for anybody to get on here. I'm just gonna I just wanted to share. Um I'm up and I'm thinking yesterday and last night. I think the community, our culture, color, kind of people, I think we're facing a problem that would be in other ways a natural or unnatural economical disaster. I listened to the words um, of President Donald Trump and a few other individuals, and I know in our fight we're fighting something that is seemingly bigger than us, that is greater than what we are, and that by any means or by whatever way we're not able to attack it the right way. It seems like whatever attempt that we put forth is always met in the demise, because no matter how enduring you are in the fight, it seems like whatever punch you throw, not only is it met with combat, but it's always met with defeat in the opposite of what we went in the war for. I know that people should be grateful that we are not seeking revenge, but just equality. People should be thankful that we're not seeking severance, but we are seeking civil rights. People really should be humble that we're not returning the way that they've been treating us at their front door. But I gotta tell you, I think that we're only protesting to deaf ears. I think we're only picketing to blind eyes. I think we're screaming and shouting to people who can't see us or hear us or really care to even think about what we're screaming and crying about. And yes, the streets are filled with people ready to protest and in riot form, but I need to tell you on today that the situation, I do not believe, will change until our economical situation change. Hear me. The reason I say that is this. I know that the reason we were brought here in the first place as slaves 400 and some odd years ago was to build and to grow. Hear me now. When you're brought in as an employee to the employer, employee problems are not something that the employer consumes themselves with. Yes, they may improve the conditions, but at the end of the day, I feel like until we are at that caliber of status, some conversations they won't even have, because those tables we're desiring to sit at, they own the houses to them and don't entertain the tenants. I strongly believe that the way that we come up, the most collectively, the most persistently, the most proven, and the most that makes sense ergonomically, economically, spiritually, devotionally, and generationally, is by coming out of their pockets completely, economically, and building ourselves in the sustainability that we are free by our money. Now, I know everything is not about money and power and wealth and all of that stuff in the spiritual, but I need you to be spiritual in this sense right here, where God wants you to be a good steward of your money. You cannot just be throwing it away and expect the blessings to still come in the form of civil justice, in a form of social justice, in a form of economic recovery, is that I need to tell you on today that reparations will not come. This is Canaan, and we are the Israelites. That Egypt did not send reparations, neither will you receive them. Now, if they give them, that's fine. If they don't, it's fine. Here's what I'm betting on. Everything for my children's tomorrow, I'm betting on me today. I'm not betting on some white man. I'm not betting on some Asian man. I'm not betting on another black man. I'm betting on me. Because at the end of the day, when my kids are looking up for some example, for some form, for some type of reparations, those conversations we don't have because daddy owns the house. At the end of the day, when you lay in bed, when you're like replaying all of your life in your head before you give up, before you get up, before you lay down and then come to a place of eternal spiritual rest, whatever you account that to be, what do you leave for the generation after you? At some point in time, we have to stop the toxicity of spreading this somebody owes me. Ain't nobody owing you nothing. And I know that because they ain't paying you nothing. You value you. Everything that you think the white man owes you, you pay you. Everything that you believe that they should give you, you give it to you. Everything that you think you've earned from them, you go reap the rewards from what you do. I'm tired of people talking about waiting for them to give you something. We've been talking about that for over 300 years. Stop expecting it. It won't happen. It won't happen. And for the children that you have, because almost every black man I know has at least 2 or 3 of them. Stop expecting it. Require it from you. Require the justice, the social reform. Require it from you so that your kids won't have to require it from nobody else because daddy and mama made a way. Because grandma and grandpa prepared the way. Because great-great-granddaddy and great-great-grandma paved the way. And we stand on shoulders. Yes, they had a fight. But I'm going to tell you, I never hear my grandmother talking about being oppressed. I don't. I haven't. Now, this is a lady I've seen from the time I was as far back as I can remember, maybe 2 years old, 3 years old, worked 3-4 jobs, over 60 years old. I saw her work herself until they had to amputate her legs. Had gangrene, diabetes, wouldn't take care of herself because she was too busy working. Thanking the Lord that she could prepare her own way. Had faith. Good going, Christian, church going woman. But at the end of the day, she thanked God not for the miracle that came in the mail, but the miracle that was the mind he developed in her head. That she could get up out of that bed, that she could put on her shoes, that she could go out that door and she could work and serve herself and serve her family. When nobody talking about what the white man was going to give them, what the government owed them. It was talking about, let me go get it. Because ain't nobody going to give it to you but you. Now, she told me this, and I want to leave this with you for today. She said, my mama used to tell me, I know God has blessed us all. But baby, let me tell you, that's what her mama used to tell her. God bless the child that has for itself. God is going to bless you. Absolutely. He already has. He's omnipresent. It socially relates to every time frame. It economically relates to every time frame. He's blessed you with the mental stability that you have not gone crazy by the manipulation of the man that'll stop your mind from making money. You want to be equal? Make the money. You want to be seen? Get the money. You want to be valued? Raise the status. If we're only here fighting with the employer about what the employees do, those conversations they don't have to entertain because this is the name of the game. The table we're trying to sit at, we're trying to be heard at, they're not entertaining it because they already ascertained it. They own the house. Move on from thinking somebody owes you. Build for you, so that your children connected to you never have to visit here thinking somebody owed them from where they mistreated everybody before them there.